Okay, guys. Okay. Elimination Chamber, cooked. Cooked. Let's start off with the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now, got off to a hot start. Liv and Naomi starting off, and then you hear Jade Cargill's music. And you're like, man, what what happened? Who is she gonna attack? Liv or Naomi? Now everybody suspected it was Naomi. But she gets in there, and not only does she beat down Naomi, took her out of the Elimination Chamber. Not even, beat her down and then, Liv pinned her. Beat her bad to where she's now taken out of the Elimination Chamber. And what made it so much better was Bianca. Bianca had to sit there and watch Naomi get beat. And then, if you realize it, Bianca was so close with Naomi, in the absence of Jade Cargill, because Naomi was there because Jade Cargill got taken out before Survivor Series. You realize Bianca was so close to Naomi that it hurt her, right? Now, with Naomi being taken out the way she was, I knew Naomi wouldn't win. Didn't think Liv was going to win. I knew she probably wasn't going to win. I knew it had to be either Bianca or Alexa. And then if they wanted to throw a curveball at us, Roxanne Perez. Which, it would have been nice to see Alexa win the Elimination Chamber. But she didn't. And I know she's supposed to be a part of the Wyatt Six, but it would have been nice for her to win, the women's title and end up, bringing a title into the Wyatt Six to bring more relevancy to the Wyatt Six. But then the Elimination Chamber really got started because Liv got to sit there for 2 minutes. And then here comes, multiple women coming out, and I didn't think Bianca was going to win. I really didn't. But I didn't think Bianca was going to win because of what happened between Jade and Naomi. I thought that Bianca was going to lose based off of, what had happened. Because that storyline still needs to be solved. Well, since now that storyline needs to be solved, now that begs the question, well, what's going to happen with this storyline? Is Bianca going to, be a part of this storyline? Is it just Jade and Naomi? We still got some months until WrestleMania, so we'll see. Rhea versus Bianca is going to cook. It is going to be a banger of a match because that's all Bianca does. I love Bianca Belair. She is such a good wrestler. Now, let's go to the next match. Next match, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae. Decent low mid-card match. Nothing really too spectacular. Trish winning in her hometown. Tiffany Stratton obviously winning at a live PLE was great, given that she's sadly going to lose to Charlotte. Hopefully she does not lose to Charlotte and Charlotte puts her over as a top champ. But that's for another day. But nice little mid-card match. Nothing too extravagant. And then this next match. This next match really had me on the edge of my seat. Because I was watching all of this while I was at work. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, unsanctioned match. When I tell you, that is one of the most, how do I want to say? One of the most brutal, no DQ match that I've seen in quite some time. I thought blood was going to be spilled. I really did. Especially Sammy bringing out that barbed wire chair. Oh my God. That's new. That's new to me. I was born 2002. That is so new to me. I don't think in my 23 years I've seen somebody pull out a chair with barbed wire on it. I've seen like the kendo sticks or the baseball bats wrapped in barbed wire, and I've seen barbed wire, around the ring. Never have I seen a steel chair with barbed wire. That was crazy. And then Sammy going through 2 tables. Whew. Whew. They cooked. They cooked. And then match ends because Sammy can't go anymore. Well, then, surprise, surprise, Randy Keith Orton comes out. And I didn't know when Randy was going to come back, honestly. I didn't know when Randy was going to come back. And Randy had been out for the last 5-6 months. Haven't really heard from him. And he comes back, obviously going after Kevin Owens. Here's the thing. Everybody got excited for that RKO. WWE, I am petitioning that you guys bring back the punt kick. Punt his head clean off. I was so mad when security jumped in there and grabbed Randy from kicking his head off. Because, yeah, it would have been nice to see him hit him with a steel chair. That's great. But that punt kick, we ain't seen that in years. In roughly, 9-10 years, we haven't seen that punt kick. I would like to see him use that punt kick again, especially against Kevin Owens. Now, if you've followed Kevin Owens from when he was Kevin Steen, you know he's into the extreme type matches. I would have loved to see him punt his head off. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, I'm sure that's probably going to be a WrestleMania match. If not, it's going to be at the next PLE. So, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But, man, that cooked. And then the men's elimination chamber. Drew getting pinned, not that bad. Priest getting pinned, not that bad. Logan Paul getting pinned, not that bad. Rollins getting pinned, not that bad. But I want to say it was last year's Elimination Chamber when Logan Paul cost Randy, the chance to, go into WrestleMania. I would just like to say personally that this whole Seth and Punk thing is really kind of it's not getting old. But I'm sick of seeing, how do I want to say this? I'm sick of seeing, 2 rivals be in the same match and one person cost them a chance to go into WrestleMania or get a championship opportunity. And so they end up taking away their opportunity. Because I think a lot of people will agree with me. I didn't want it to end like that. Cena getting his win, I could agree with. I could agree with Cena getting his win. I could agree with Punk losing. It's the way that it happened. I wanted to see that Punk Cena moment. That way they could, have a good, farewell tour type of storyline. Because this is John Cena's last year. So putting him up against Punk, if him and Punk cross paths, completely fine with that. And this was one of those moments where they're cross paths and may never see each other again. So to see that, was pretty good. But Rollins curb stomps Punk. Cena pulls Punk back in the ring. STF. And there we go. Cena is your Elimination Chamber, and he's heading to face Cody. And then for the biggest plot twist we have ever seen in our lives. 23, 24, 25 years of John Cena. And it was wild. Wild, I tell you. The Rock asked Cody to embrace him and hug him and take his offer and sell his soul to be the company champion. You know, told Rock to F off. And The Rock wanted Cody to be like Seth Rollins with the authority. He wanted, you know, the champ to be a part of the boss. Well, this is where things get crazy. Because then what ends up happening? Rock gives the signal as John Cena's hugging Cody. And John Cena low blows Cody Rhodes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, if y'all remember back in the day, like, 12, 13 years ago, The Rock and John Cena had real life beef. Like, that rivalry they had at WrestleMania 27, that title match, that whole build up to that, that was like real life beef they had. And it's pretty funny that that happened, but it was just so shocking because a guy that's been babyface for 20-something years, never changed, never switched up. He's been the same guy pretty much. After his first 2 years of being in WWE, he's been that same babyface type of guy. And for his last run, he is going to be a heel. I'm sure people loved it. I'm sure some people hated it, but I loved it because it was a plot twist. But it makes sense. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Because John Cena's Hollywood. The Rock is Hollywood. They're pairing together. Now, Travis Scott being there, Travis Scott could have effed off. Because I don't know what the hell Travis Scott was doing there. I really don't. But now we're going to have, my bad guys, we're going to have Hollywood Rock and Hollywood Cena trying to take the belt from Cody Rhodes. Now everybody wanted Cody to take the offer so we could see Homelander Cody against, babyface Cena. But seeing babyface Cody versus heel Cena, which is two words I never thought I'd use in my life. Heel Cena. That's wild. That's crazy. Now, what would I like to happen from here on out? I don't know. I do not know. I'm sure Jay is going to get his moment at WrestleMania, given the ticket sales, given the merch he's selling. I'm sure people would want Jay to have his moment. I'm sure the roof is going to blow off that stadium in Las Vegas when Jay's music hits. But we'll see from there on out. And I'm sure Cena's probably going to win 17 at WrestleMania. And if he doesn't win 17 at WrestleMania, I'm sure he's probably going to turn on The Rock and then go back to being babyface and then win 17 towards the end of the year. I'm sure that those are the two possibilities, but we'll see. We'll see. But man, I love when WWE throws curveballs. I love that. And that's the thing. Everybody gets on Triple H for his terrible booking of tag teams or his terrible booking of Money in the Bank winners. Triple H loves throwing curveballs, guys. What part of that do people not get? I was at Monday Night Raw in Cincinnati this past Monday, and guess what? Watching Liv Morgan and Raquel win the women's tag titles, definitely didn't see that coming. Not at all. But a lot of people like to hate on Triple H and his booking. But the PLEs, they cook. From the women's chamber to Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, to the men's elimination chamber, to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' unsanctioned match, that they all cooked. And then Cena turning heel, it cooked. Elimination chamber, 100 out of 10. Straight up, 100 out of 10. That's just how it should be. But hey, let me know what y'all think about the Elimination Chamber. Let me know what your favorite match was and favorite moment. And I will see y'all in my next video. I'm out.